Good morning, everyone. It is Marketing Monday. How are you, Kim? We skipped a whole week.
We did. How are you? Did you have a good trip?
I did have a good trip. Yeah, it was packing up my father's house in Vegas and then the moving company coming and, those people who try to get you to pay more money, even though they told you how much it was going to cost,
Yes.
taking advantage of older people. I never liked that. So my New York came out a little bit.
That's okay. You're just protecting your dad. That's okay.
That's right. That's right. And it was nice because my daughter is on a cross-country Southwest United States driving trip. So she came back to Vegas and helped us out with, moving my dad, which was nice. So I was supporting my dad and she was supporting me, which was perfect.
Nice. Awesome. My kids are heading to Vegas tonight. My older children, and we have the grands for 8 days coming up. So
Really? Oh yeah, it's empty in Vegas.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't go to the Strip. My father lived outside the Strip by a half an hour, but yeah, it's active yet it's empty compared to what it used to be.
Right. Like I was telling someone, I said, I think it's probably costing us more in groceries to have the kids than it is for the big kids to go because of the incentives to want people to come down to Vegas right now. So
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. I don't know how these casinos are staying open, but anyway, my daughter then went on to continue to see more national parks. She's upping her Instagram game. So, and her TikTok. I always say who she is in case anyone wants to follow on travel tips, because she is a laid off corporate travel agent, and she just decided to get in the car and go drive and go to all the national parks that she could hit in the Southwest, which is amazing. I wish I did that when I was younger. So she's Law of Wandering, LAW of Wandering. So anyone wants to follow along with her trip, she's doing some cute little videos. So anyway, let's talk about, I couldn't put it on the screen today. It's a whole thing. Don't ask anybody. I'm having issues after being gone for a week. Certain things just not working out for me this morning, but we're talking about SMART, the Be S.M.A.R.T method for social media.
Right.
So tell us what that is, Kim.
Well, and it's going to surprise you because when most of us hear about the smart anything when it comes to marketing or goal setting, it's the strategic.
Well, it's a SMART goals. Normally, I wrote it down because I always get it wrong, right? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. But that's not what this is.
That isn't. We wanted to surprise you today with just a little bit, because when I am interviewing new potential clients or even talking to industry partners or colleagues, I'll say, where do you get most of your clients from? Where do you get your customers? Most of them, unless they're like a brick and mortar where you have actual customers coming in shopping, 95% of them get their clients from referrals. And so then it's like, oh, okay, so that could lead to why people get frustrated when they're posting this amazing content on social media, but they're not necessarily gaining leads right from posting social media. So then you stop and think about, how can you best use, if referrals are where you're getting your clients from, how can you take your referrals and marry that with the social media platforms that you're on? And so a couple things that I've seen, I've used with some of my clients, and then that I've seen others use is, one is give love. If you are an interior designer and you always use brand X, there it goes.
Got it.
Got it.
I am listening at the same time. Be Live changed some stuff on me, so I had to figure it out. Okay.
Yep. So if you use brand X for your cabinets in a lot of your designs or whatever, tag them on Instagram, give them a shout out. Like, you don't have to, there's a couple different ways. One, if you have an image of the kitchen with the cabinets in it, you could just tag them for that. Or two, you could do a specific post with their cabinets and saying, I really appreciate working with brand X. They're always on time. Their delivery people have the best attitudes, whatever you want to put on there. And then other things that you could do is you could share their content in your stories or comment on their posts and be intentional about taking that relationship just a little bit step further and really showing them that you appreciate them. Because One client that I had, we had just taken her on like only within a couple weeks of doing her social media. And we consistently were tagging 4 or 5 vendors in her local community. Within the third week, over the weekend, she had 5 new clients based.
See, this is really important. But tell everyone again, what does SMART stand for when it comes to
social media and referrals together.
Okay, and this is a really important point that you're making, because people are afraid to tag their suppliers. And the reason that I hear constantly, and I don't agree with this, is, well, then people are going to know my resources, and I don't want to share my resources. They have to hire me to get my resources. So I always say the same thing. People don't hire you for information. Your ideal client hires you for implementation. Your ideal client is the person who wants your help and to do it with you or for them, right?
Correct.
So it doesn't hurt to tag the brands that you use. It actually helps you be found when someone's looking for a specific brand and they search it.
Yes. So you'll be found for one. And then 2 is that, one, there's enough work for all of us. And if I was doing so, I had an incident the other day where someone wanted to see one of my reports that I do for my clients. Well, that's proprietary information. And it's like, what? They can't have my report, whatever. And then I got thinking, it's like, I can give them a modified version of it. And I don't have to give them the whole ball of wax. So you can tag a wallpaper company. And sometimes it's like, well, maybe that wallpaper company doesn't even work with the public. Maybe they only work with interior designers.
Right, and it was still you who decided what wallpaper to pick.
Right, and you're the one that put it together, and you're the one that made that design beautiful, so someone would stop the scroll to even read what you wrote. But what it does is it gives the vendor, so if you have the cupboard brand and they know that Sally is always tagging them, and some client walks into their business and says, oh, I've got to do this design, I don't even know who to ask. They'll go, we know someone, Sally. They're going to think it's top of mind and give you those referrals. And if that's where you're building your business is referrals, and nurture and love on those referrals.
I love this, because the more people you tag in your post, the more likely you are to be found. And you're leading with giving kudos to other companies, which that means then they possibly will share your post in their stories, which gives you more attention and possibly gets you more followers. And then they're going to be so happy that you consistently share, that if they have the opportunity to refer you to someone, whether you're an interior designer, a coach, or consultant, it doesn't matter. If you're sharing bigger brands, when they know someone needs you, they're going to think of you. Give first is the bottom line. Give without expecting anything in return, and then you will get it.
Definitely. And one other thing, when you think about Instagram specific, and I'm not for sure that this matters with the algorithm, but you have to think about how they've structured their algorithm, and they purposely have tagging as a feature that, who knows, maybe they're even going to give you a little bit more love in the Instagram feed if you're using the tagging feature, because you're using all their features and that's what they want. And so
yes,
I can't say that. I've not done any testing to see if tagged posts do better, but you're using another feature from Instagram. So
right. And we do know, and we've talked about this in other Marketing Mondays, that Instagram loves when you're using all their features, and they reward people who are using all their features. So as many features as you can muster, you should be using.
Right. Yep. And so
look at your dog. How pretty. There are 2 of them back there.
Yes, there is. There's a third one around here too, but
I could barely handle 1 dog. I don't know how you handle 3 big dogs. I have 1 little dog.
Yeah,
so funny.
They keep us entertained. They're my helpers for the day.
they do. Okay, so anything else related to the Be S.M.A.R.T strategy?
Social media and referrals together. So when you go to post and you're building your strategy on how to use social media to market your business, think about, how can I partner with my referrals through my strategy?
Love it. Okay. All right. So tell everyone how they can find you if they need help with just their social media. Well, not just, I mean, you do all the platforms, but How do they find you?
They can find me on Facebook at Fresh Impact is my business page, or freshimpactllc.com is my website.
Okay, and for a couple more days, I am offering, if you've never spoken to me before, for a consult, you can get on my calendar, normally $297 for 50 minutes. It's now with the coupon code GOALS, all caps, you can get $100 off for $197. So we've had quite a few people book already, so don't hesitate. If you are struggling to grow your business and you don't know which direction to go in, you don't know how much to charge, you don't know how to structure your process, and so much more. The sales conversation, talking money. I mean, you know how much I teach, Kim. It's hard to even compartment.
As a strategist that helps you, it's very hard to know what to even post because you have so much amazing stuff to post.
I know. It's like I could do so much to help everyone grow their businesses. But what I'm there for primarily is to help you get off the fence, face your fear, go after what you're looking for, and get it done right from the beginning and make those decisions. So if you guys need me, go to my website, nancyganzekaufer.com, and sign up for a consult. All right, so I will see you next Monday, and we'll do Mindset Monday. So I've got a ton of stuff going on in my mind, what I'm reading, and I can't wait to teach next week.
Awesome. Can't wait to hear it.
All right, everyone, go have a great week. Have a great Monday, and pay attention to your social media, right? Don't make it stressful. Make it smart.
Smart. Yes.
Right?
Be
All
smart.
right. Talk to you next week.